Yeah, Shane.
Hi, Zoe. Thank you for that compliment.
I appreciate it. The sides are cool.
Yours is all right too, you know.
Thank you. Thank you. A bit
Does it,
overgrown, but thank you.
yeah, in all your projects, it does seem to change length. What's going on?
Yeah. From here to here
And
to.
I've got to say before we start, congratulations on your career so far, especially with the Moth Effect, Wentworth, and one of the biggest shows in the world happening right now,
Yeah.
Nine Perfect
Thank
Strangers. How
you.
does that make you feel?
Excited. I feel very grateful and very lucky that I've, landed in some pretty extraordinary shows with some pretty extraordinary people. And they've all come out
Yeah.
at the same time, so it's pretty, yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, oh, congratulations on that personal mission as well. That's really good of you to do that. Um, Ellie and Abby, I mean, I missed out talking to you for that movie, but that must have been a career changer for you. That was amazing performance.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it didn't, it was so funny. When we were shooting it, it felt just like this little labor of love. Like it felt so kind of not insignificant at all, but we had such short amount of time for it. Like we shot the whole thing in 10 days or something. And
Yeah,
so it kind of just, you didn't really have time. Like it just felt like we were all looking down the whole time and just go, 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 get it done, get it done, get it done. And then when I watched it, I was like, oh shit, we made a movie. And it's good, which is so special because I think, I don't know, it just felt like something we were all doing for the love of it. And so when it turns out to be, something you're really proud of, it's really exciting.
yeah, it's a very good film, and I'm glad that I'm getting a chance to talk to you about it now because it was impressive.
Thank
Uh,
you.
with Glory, I mean, did you audition for Glory, or did you audition for another role? How did you get the part?
I auditioned for Glory. It's a bit of a funny story. I finished shooting Wentworth the day I was meant to do the audition,
Yeah,
and I was distraught. I was so sad to be finishing Wentworth. My eyes were like puffy and just little slits in my face because I'd been crying so much. Anyway, and I rock up to do the audition at my friend's house, and I was like, I don't think I should do it. Like, I can't do it. And she was like, come on, babe, push through. We can do it. And I was like, okay, okay, okay. Anyway, we did it. I thought I did a terrible job. Like, I also just thought I was wrong for the role because it was like, pretty yoga instructor. I was like, in what world? You know what I mean? In what world? Um, but I put it down. I did the tape and I sent it to my agent. And I think the message I wrote in the email to my agent was, I don't think this is sendable. I'll leave it up to you. And then sent it to her. And she sent it on, thankfully.
yes.
And then, yeah, it was kind of just like a week later. That was one of those ones where I just did it and forgot about it because I was like, there's no fucking way. It's a Nicole Kid, like, in what world? Not going to happen. Um, anyway, and then a week later, I got a phone call and I was like, I beg your pardon. What? I was just like so chuffed and so stoked. Yeah, and it was kind of on from there. Like, it was a bit of toing and froing, and then they offered me the job, and then I was in Byron, and it was just like I just had to keep pinching myself. Like I was like, how did this happen? I have no idea.
The location, it seemed, is it as beautiful as it seems on the screen? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it captures it pretty accurately. It was extraordinary.
And does that make the character a bit more laid back, maybe because of the scenery and the situation?
Yeah, I feel like it was hard to find something to complain about when it was so beautiful. You know what I mean? Like everyone was just like, I mean, look around. You know, it can't be. It can't get much better than this.
Well, can you tell me about your co-stars? Was there anyone in particular that stood out on set, or maybe gave you some advice, or you hung
Yeah,
out with?
yeah, I mean, we were all really close. It's really hard. I feel like I had such beautiful relationships with everybody, which is really rare. Nicole was so beautiful with me and generous with me. So was Melissa. Melissa was, extraordinarily kind and funny and warm. Regina Hall is the funniest person I've ever met. Bobby is the one, he's one of my favorite actors of all time.
Sure.
He's
Yep.
the one I just couldn't quite string a sentence together around for like weeks. Like he'd talk to me and I was like, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was like, God damn it, Zoe. I was like, try again tomorrow. And then we've ended up becoming really, really great friends. I saw him not too long ago. And Grace Van Patten, I think she was my best buddy on the job. We were
Oh,
pretty
terrific.
Yeah.
Michael Sheen is very tall. Did you stand next to him and have to look up?
He's so tall. He's so tall. Beautiful Michael. Yeah. He also, his work in the show is just like blows me away.
Well, I've seen 4 episodes so far. What can you tell me? Can you tell me a little bit what to expect? Any little tiny aspect?
It's the stakes only get higher. It gets trippier, it gets darker, and it gets deeper.
Okay. Are you different from Glory?
Yes.
Is Zoe different to Glory? How much difference is that?
So different. She's so calm. I'm an anxious wreck. Yeah, no, we're so different. We could not be more different. Yeah, she's cool, calm, and collected, and I'm just nervous and awkward. So,
was there any Rocky Horror Picture Shows dancing on set?
Oh, I wish. No, didn't have any fellow fans on that one that I knew of. They didn't identify themselves to me.
Is there any? Do you think there's enough diverse opportunities in the Australian film industry moving forward, especially since your career has risen in the last 2 years?
Yeah, I think there's not enough. No, I think there's more, and more is great, but more is nowhere near enough. I think we have a long way to go. I'm very grateful for the rapidity with which it's changing. I'm also impatient and want it to change faster because we're leaving a lot of people behind.
Yeah, I agree, actually. Are you happy to do roles that are outside of your comfort zone if presented to you?
Yeah, I mean, do you mean in terms of like playing girls?
Yeah, anything like that?
Yeah,
yes.
I think lucky thing about being non-binary is I get mistaken for a boy and a girl every day. And so like I kind of apply that to characters, and I'm like, well, if the general public can't tell if I'm a boy or a girl, I'm going to play boys and girls and everything in between. So I feel very lucky that I kind of, the way I look and talk and present lends itself to the whole spectrum of gender. Yeah. And it's a tricky conversation because I think the inverse does not apply. I don't think cis people should be able to play trans roles. But I understand that feels deeply, what's the word? Wrong, that trans people should be able to play cis people and cis people should not be able to play trans people.
Yes.
But I think for obvious reasons, it's not wrong. That there is such massive inequality between those two people, those two things. Yeah.
Well, you have double impacts, being talented and gorgeous. So
thank you.
You're doing something right. Will we see a second series of 9 Perfect Strangers? Have you got any inclination on that?
I don't know, and if I did know, I couldn't tell you.
What's next for you, Zoe? Anything that you can maybe tell me you're working on, or some projects coming up?
I know how to say, but I am going overseas. I just can't say when and where and for what. Yes, I'm sorry. You'll be the first to know when I do.
Well, I'd like to see some more poetry reading from you. I think that's kind of magnificent.
Thank you very much. Yeah, well, I mean, lockdown, babe. It's time. No time like the present.
To wrap it up, for someone who maybe not heard of 9 Perfect Strangers or haven't seen any of it yet, what can you say in your own words why someone should watch it? Take the chance, because there's so much streaming these days.
It's fruity and weird and dark and trippy and terrifying and magnificent, and I don't know why you wouldn't watch it.
And a final question, because I'm a surfer, I always like to ask my interviewees, have you ever surfed? And do you like surfing? Surfing is my favorite thing in the world. Do you want to see my surfboards right there? Oh my God, excellent. Yeah. I did not know that. Oh, yes, I love that you asked that question. Well, I'm from Terrigal, Central Coast. So oh, beautiful. There you go. If you're ever visiting, I'll go out for a paddle. Let's go for a paddle. Yes, please. Thank you very much for your time, Zoe. Maybe we'll meet again. Thanks so much, Shane. See you later. See ya. Take care. You too.